Is it racist if I talk about Jake Sully and Spider and say something along the lines of why does that white boy have dreads?
Welcome back to Mediak. This week we are doing Avatar: The Way of Water. We're gonna go around. I'm Skylar, and then I actually don't know where everybody is on the screen now that I think about it.
Okay. Chandler, Cassie, Skylar, Austin, Zach. Here's you. I wanted to try something different and force Skylar to do the intro this week, but it's okay. Thank you everyone last week for just watching our shorts and our episode. It was we got a lot of views compared to normal, so thank you guys so much. If you want to support, actually watch to the end of this one. That's literally the best way to help out our channel. It promotes us the most, so we appreciate that. Thank you so much. Like Skylar said, we're going to be going over Avatar: The Way of Water today. Skylar, you have a fun little game prepared at the beginning, right? What do you want to explain what it is?
At the beginning of this one, we're going to do fun facts, but none of them can be repeated, and you have to give a fact. And the
Skylar's picking
challenge to this is basically only me and Zach knew in advance, so we got to pick one. And I tried to pick one that I think somebody else would pick, so then they'd have to try and scramble last second. And then me and Zach are gonna, I'll pick first, and then Zach will pick the next one, and then whoever's last will be last. So my fun fact about Avatar this week, it has to be specifically the second one. Zach said he might have an exception, so we'll see if I let him slide.
That was not given to us. That stipulation was not given to us beforehand.
Okay, Austin, that is not true because you were 100% in the Discord whenever I was like, Skylar, I think I might have made a mistake because mine definitely is not Avatar 2. Because I was like, Skylar, is it just the franchise or is it just the second movie? And he goes, the second movie. And I said, oh, well, I'm doing the first movie. And that's why he said I have an exception.
If there's an exception, then I have an exception too.
Okay,
so
that's fair.
You gotta make sure I let it pass.
Whatever. Okay, go ahead, Skylar.
My fun fact for this one is that they created 57 new species of sea creatures for this film specifically. So with that, I'm going to kick it over to Zach.
Okay, I'm up. So what I was gonna do, I actually everything I'm gonna say here, I actually just like knew prior. I thought of a one for Avatar 2, so I'm gonna try and steal this. They created a new type of technology so that they can create the CG like characters underwater. Did I just steal that from Chandler? He looks up. No. That's so funny. Yes, he just opened up Google.
Good for two, damn. Not mine, though. Gotta hurry.
And the other one, what I was gonna say that's related to Avatar 1 is that there's actually an insane amount of cut scenes in the movie. Some of them address the problems that we had with Jake's character. At the beginning of the movie, they were supposed to show scenes of him being like an outcast within the science like groups. Like no one would talk to him, no one wants to be around him, which like pushed him to start like reaching out and like trying to talk to more marine people because that's like what he related to more, which then like made him feel more comfortable to being like open to the colonel. So like
that makes sense actually.
Yeah, exactly. So that very vital scene was cut from the movie. So I don't know. Yeah. Popcorn,
Don't
Austin.
Two fun facts today. I just want y'all to know that. I feel like
We're picking Cassie because she got hers taken first.
Oh no,
she has a new one.
I don't have any choice here. Skylar's taking control.
Well, I'm picking first, then you're picking the next.
Oh, okay.
I did find a new one.
Hey.
The last fight scene between Jake and super evil guy, whose name I still don't know, was actually filmed underwater.
That's crazy.
Okay, Zach.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose Austin just because I'm gonna be a little nice here. Because from the look of Chandler and that bright light on his face, you can very clearly tell he has not found his next fun fact yet.
I think I'm okay now, though.
Okay, cool.
I'll go and still give you some more time. So, and I'm going to relate this specifically to Avatar 2 because there were a lot of little baby Navi. I still can't pronounce it right. Being born, and then there was the one pregnant one. But cool little fun fact: the Navi are non-placental mammals, which means that there's no placenta for nourishment while in the womb, so they come out not fully baked.
I'd say that's. Oh wow, that's a weird way to phrase that.
I'm going to pick a different game for next week. We will be playing.
I thought it was fun. I saw a lot of other facts, and I was like, "Those are boring." I'm like, I was wondering about like I don't know.
No, it's relevant to
more
this
specific
movie
stuff about
because
me.
there's a lot of births
Okay.
at the beginning of the movie, and then one of the characters gets pregnant at the end of the movie, so that's relevant, kind of.
It's very
It
relevant,
is.
actually. I mean, it relates directly to things in the movie.
Yeah.
So, Chandler,
You
what
find
is
something?
your fun fact that you found?
I'll give a couple. Just because I don't think they're like crazy fun.
Dude's
And
flexing.
stole the spotlight from me, man. I was gonna say like don't quote me on that too, because that was like word of mouth. It was evidently probably from your mouth. That I
It
heard
might be,
that
yeah.
from.
You know, honestly, so this is actually the second time we've done The Way of Water specifically on this podcast, because I did it back with Jack whenever this first came out in theaters. I didn't rewatch it, so I have no idea of, like what I thought back then. I can't remember what I thought back then too. So I might have said
Jack
it
with
in
the
that
Super
video.
Mario movie.
Yeah, maybe he didn't even no, Jack totally watched this movie, because I do remember us like arguing. That's the only part I remember about that podcast. But so he definitely watched the movie. So go ahead. I didn't mean to take it away from you.
We'll go with a couple. So there were no motion capture dots used during this film, just like a head mounted camera
Yeah.
to record most of it. And two, James Cameron actually designed the movie so that if you had to go to the bathroom, you could, because of how long it is. There are multiple moments in which it's kind of slow and not necessarily boring, but there's like not so many super important moments that if you have to leave, you can go.
I'll just give you a little spoiler. I took advantage of those moments, I guess.
This-
Even though I paused
this-
it, I took
I
advantage.
know.
This leads
Yeah.
this
I
leads
I have
into
a
the
problem
biggest.
with that.
The second I was done with this movie, I took notes on my iPad, so I just like highlighted everything and I shrunk it down and I wrote in very big letters, "This should have been a fucking TV show."
That's what I was going to talk about
If
this
you're
time.
making them breaks, make it a TV show so they can just like not watch the next episode and then go piss, you know? Oh, jeez, dude. What the hell?
You don't
Sorry.
make as much money then. What are you talking about?
You're right. And the CG wouldn't look as good if it was a TV show. So,
No one
That's
would
for
watch
sure.
if it was a TV show.
yeah.
All right, we're moving on from the game. We're going to go to the summary. So the one thing I didn't tell anybody is that I was going to have Cassie do the summary for this. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to do it.
I was shocked
just
too
wanted-
because we prepped for Skylar.
I just wanted to
do
scare
it.
somebody. So I'll give a very, very vague summary because we're going to go from this. We're going to go into positives, what we liked, and then we're going to go to negatives. And then we'll do if we like, don't like, least favorite rating. I think that flow a little better. Kind of messed that up last week on my end. But this movie starts off with Jake is now leader of the clan, and they are located in like a rock formation. Well, it actually starts off with like a time lapse of like the events that have happened, the birth of their children, and then we get to the rock formation, and we find out that the sky people are coming back, and they're hunting Jake specifically after his little son. I'm gonna attempt the little kid, not the little kid. I know Took, the younger brother's name, because that is one I remember seeing on the screen. Loa.
I'm giving up. I'm not doing that. I'm calling them older brother, younger brother, girl, and then Took. That's it. I'm just
Okay.
addressing that right away.
The younger brother is kind of meddling where he shouldn't be, and he finds the sky people who have come back. They're now in avatar form. The colonel died and is reborn into an avatar loaded with his memories, and he knows his one mission is to kill Jake. That is their mission. They get a whole team full of avatars, and they go back to the death of the colonel, and that is where the younger brother, Took, the sister, and the one human who is with them, Spider, find them. And then the younger brother reports to his dad. They try to get out of there. They all get kidnapped. And then this is where they figure out that they're targeting Jake and his family specifically. So they take this advantage that he steps down as the clan leader, and they move off to the sea avatars village, where they don't know if they're going to be
Na'vi, not
accepted. They get
avatars.
accepted.
Come on, man.
What?
They're Na'vi, not avatars. Use right terminology.
yeah,
we
you're
don't,
actually
want to
right.
piss off the Avatar fans now. Come on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, maybe we do.
Sorry.
I know I'm gonna probably piss off someone from saying some shit.
But they get in with the sea Na'vi. Clearly, there are Na'vi that are built for different habitats. And why am I blanking on the name of a geographical region of a
Pandora?
species?
No.
Like what? It's actually
That's all
like
I
not
got.
their habitat, but like
Group of islands.
Biome. Yeah.
yes,
That was it.
built
Austin,
for
nice
different-
job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. They're built for different biomes, and Jake, the Na'vi he is built for the forest, and these ones are clearly built for the water. So there's a lot of learning troubles that we get into. There's some bonding between the clan leaders, kids, and family with Jake's family. There's a little bit of beef between them as well, since they're called freaks for having 4 fingers and not 3.
There's Na'vi racism.
There is. And then later
Which
on,
makes sense,
they
yeah.
find them. They start killing the gigantic whales. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. And then they kind of band together for a final war against the Sky People. One of Jake's family members die, and it kind of goes back. They give him a send-off, and then they say that they're officially Sea People now that their child is buried with their ancestors. And then we find out that our colonel, who should have died in the final war, did not die because Spider saved him. And then that is where it essentially leads off. They do not decide whether they are staying with the Sea Na'vi or leaving. But is there anything huge that I missed? I tried to be very, very, very vague.
Kind of
We talked
nailed it.
about
You hit basically all the main topics of it. Except, wait, I want to start off
Spider
with
got kidnapped. I forgot that.
that did happen. Yeah. I
Kinda,
want
sorta.
to. I want to start off with an apology, kind of, because last week I inferred that unobtainium was found in a new place because I thought for some reason that this was unobtainium that was inside of the whales, but no, it's a new MacGuffin. I was wrong about that. I apologize about that.
I'm so glad you were wrong about that too.
I know
Like,
that would have made it
would've
so
made
much
me very
worse.
upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
when you said
I
that,
think
I
I
was
want to
really
kick it to
confused, like,
Austin
what
for
did
the
I
first
not
positive,
remember?
and I think I want to specifically point out, what did you think of the motive behind this new resource? Did you like it? Did you dislike it?
It was fantastic. I just needed something, man. Like, I got roasted last week for saying, oh, money's enough of a reason. Well, why is it worth money? Whatever that guy's name in the TikTok comment section, I get it. I get
Targeting
money is the
him.
motivation, but there's a reason that things are worth money. What does unobtainium do? I don't remember what the MacGuffin was this time, but it was better because it stopped aging. It never came back into play, and that didn't matter because we had a reason that they wanted to go after it, and that actually helped my understanding. So I was happy with it. Thanks for asking, Sky.
I also lied. It's technically not a MacGuffin because it has absolutely nothing to do with this plot in the slightest.
It doesn't matter.
It's actually more in tune with something called like sequel bait. So that's if it. I don't know, Chandler. I haven't seen the third movie yet, but I would assume that it's going to be relevant in the next movie. Like to me, that was basically
it
him.
isn't.
Oh, I don't know. Or maybe it's world building. If it's world building for the sake of world building, that's insane lore because it's like
just motivation,
this will make
Zach.
you
I
live
don't think it's
eternally.
anything crazy.
I mean, I don't know.
I
What?
don't think it matters. That's my guess for next
You're
year.
probably right. I don't know.
I
We're talking about
imagine
positives
that
here.
they were like, man, if I have to imagine there was more people who wanted a reason behind the resource more than just you, that they're like, okay, we didn't say that last time, we'll give this one a reason, whether or not it comes up again or not, we'll give it a reason. But
I hope in the third one. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, I wanted to kick it to you for you to knock out some positives before we really get going, because I think Chan will go on a little tirade, because I'll give him like a couple, because I know Zach, Austin, and me will probably interject throughout every single point you guys have.
Probably.
Right.
So I
That is true.
make sure to
Yeah.
give you two time to talk.
I can't stop myself. Yeah. It's just who I am.
Zach
Yeah.
would,
Yeah.
but I know I
Yeah.
will. Zach would not interrupt anybody.
I would never. I've never done that before.
Yeah.
rude.
All right,
No.
Cassie.
For
give us
anyone
one, and then
wondering,
we'll go
I'm
to Chandler,
drinking
and we'll have you
zombie
two go back
ice.
and forth.
As he
IPA.
interrupts Scott.
Okay.
Yeah, as he interrupts me, but I will also show my.
I would
drink.
never
I am
interrupt
drinking.
anyone.
All right, Cassie,
You want
kick
to
it
be
off.
or Chan? Okay. No, I really liked how in this movie I felt like I cared about the story a lot more. Like it felt a lot more urgent with it being surrounded around like Jake and his family rather than just like Jake going back and forth between being like a double agent kind of thing. Because it felt more high stakes to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
But I think another reason too.
Hi.
Yeah, and I like his family.
Yeah.
But Jake wasn't a double agent anymore, so that kind of left not more mystery to what the super evil guys were doing, because like you still did know, but it felt like you had less control over it, if that makes any sense. I don't know.
We could actually root for our protagonist.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
actually brought
right.
up something that I really liked. I think they really made you like the family members in this. They really gave them spotlight and really gave me a reason to like them. Zach, I know you're dying to say something.
I have
know.
been, because I honestly really wanted to start off the positive section, because I wanted to say that after watching this movie, I am changing last week's number to a 7 instead of a 7.5, because a lot of my points to Jake were 100% in relation to this movie and not the last movie, because I loved Jake in this movie, and that's all I was thinking of in the first movie. I feel like anytime I was like, oh, I like Jake, it's because I was thinking of this movie's Jake, because that was the most recent Avatar movie
This
I'd watched.
Jake is much
He's
better.
so cool in this movie, and he's such a great dad. And like, what do you
He's
mean?
an awful dad.
No, like in the way that, but in the
My
situation
note
that
for
he's
Jake was
in
my
the way
dad
that he
cried.
handles it, like he's a jerk, but like I really enjoy like
Okay.
the way that he's like he protects his family while also being
He's a
like
military dad.
I think
yeah, he's a military dad while being the leader of like a tribe of people.
He
He's
wasn't the leader of a tribe of people in this movie, man.
well at the beginning he
the leader
was.
of his family, and he was a shitty leader of his family because he made sure, like the younger son, he made sure he felt like shit the entire time.
He
He
did,
did
yeah.
not like him until that end movie where he saved
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in his defense, the younger son was an idiot the entire time. I was like, the end thing that happens was so unbelievably obvious to me because of how little development the younger brother continuously had throughout the movie. He kept making the exact same mistake over and over and over and over again. Like it was obvious that he had to have some sort of consequence. So I kind of got like
Nah.
Jake's anger towards him sometimes.
Jake was an abusive dad, low key. Like they were calling him sir and everything. They
That's
they were
fair.
little
That was
soldiers.
crazy.
Like they're like, yeah, it's crazy,
actually
and he's not a good dad.
I know, but like they were part of his military force. You know, they're coming out with him on
No, they were
missions and
his
stuff.
sons.
They were coming out with
That-
him on like actual trips
They
out.
called him sir in their house.
Yeah, that is a problem. Calling him sir in the house is a problem.
Also, I want to change my opinion. I think he was a bad dad to the younger brother by a lot.
Yeah.
That was maybe the worst. The older brother, he was like, okay, why aren't you parenting the younger one? The two daughters, I actually think he was a good dad.
He was a
good
great girl dad. Like,
Yeah, he was a great girl
fantastic.
dad.
Definitely a girl dad.
But he had some great dad scenes though. I really enjoyed I think it was the third time they got in trouble, and where the older brother stepped forward and he was like, "It's my fault." And he goes like, "You really need to stop like taking blame for him." And then whenever the son goes away, he's like, "How'd they look?" And he goes, "Bad." And I really really loved that scene. That was really fantastic to me.
He can be a good dad character without being like a healthy father figure. I'm just
Right.
saying, if the kids are gonna have trauma down the line, is all I
Totally,
mean.
yeah. But I don't think they're
Go to
gonna. I don't think it's trauma
therapy.
that's gonna make them a bad person, though. You know, they might like.
The
I'd
younger
imagine
one,
not.
maybe.
Yeah, I'm like not being emotionally available in relationships is arguably a bad thing
Yeah.
to be grown up.
He did
Yeah.
look the younger one dead in the eyes and say, "You are a disappointment to this family."
Yeah, he did say
Yeah.
that. That is
In
that
front,
is messed
I
up.
believe it was in front of the other.
It was in front of
Yeah.
people. Yeah. Oh,
He
fuck.
was
He
a
did
complex
nothing wrong.
character.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. It's a great thing to have. But
Yeah.
he protected him, but he also like emotionally abused the crap out of the sons.
I hope they address
So
that
you
a
can
little
no,
bit
you
in
need
the,
the younger
in the
one.
third
The
movie.
older one seemed to always do the right thing, so I don't want to. That one
He was
wasn't
still
too
yelling
bad.
at the older one.
Because his whole archetype
It was
was
because
being
the
the
younger
perfect
one.
son. Like he's
Yeah.
a warrior,
Yeah.
he can't do anything wrong. So like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Chandler, please say something.
Please say
happened
something.
A lot sooner than I thought.
Um,
I'm sorry.
I
was
I
bad.
really love this movie too. I think whenever it released, I saw it probably 3 times in theaters.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's an amazing movie. I love it a lot.
Scout.
Yeah, there's Scout. She peeked
Sorry, I saw her
her head
move.
up a little bit.
Scout.
Aww.
Yeah, what I love a lot of pilot or not pilot. I keep saying pilot because like the first episode of a show is usually called pilot. Fun fact: did everyone know why that's the case?
I don't think so.
Why
I
it's called
probably learned
pilot?
it in school at one point.
Because they make the episode and then this is such a tangent. They make the episode and they pass it on to people. Be like, "Do you like it? We'll make a show now." But they call it pilot just to make sure that people want to see it. They don't name it sometimes when they hand it off. No, sometimes it sticks. That's why they're called pilots. Anywho, I love the first movie. Brings me back to the first movie. I'm a sucker for those original films, and when it comes to sequels, sometimes it kind of falls flat. It doesn't hold up, but this is still so different. Like you're still exploring and learning a lot of Pandora, and it still feels very new. And I still love it for that reason. The visuals are fantastic.
Dude, holy shit. The
I'm fine with the
CG,
10-year wait.
Beautiful.
I'm fine with that 10-year wait because I kind of didn't watch the film when it came out in 2009 to begin with, so it wasn't really 10 years for me personally. But I feel bad for those that really were waiting.
the
13
Na'vi look
years,
insane.
whatever.
Well, I didn't wait that long, but I just happened to pass time and see it.
Oh.
Yeah, well,
Sometimes I forget their height and their scale just because of how like human they look, and I felt like
Mhm.
that you didn't really get that in the first movie. You guys get what I mean
This
with
one
that?
you got it.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't
remember
know.
there were issues in the first movie, like with the green screening and how they didn't.
I didn't think it was that
Well,
bad.
I
Let's
wasn't
watch each other.
necessarily
I
like
thought it was
saying
great.
that, but like there was so much detail in like each section of the movie that it felt like they were just
felt more
human to
human.
me. Like
Yeah.
they like
Yeah.
wiped away the Na'vi part of it, and I just was watching a normal live action movie.
Mm.
It was
You see the
crazy.
sweat, the raindrops.
Yeah.
Like you can see like imperfections in like the skin. Like it wasn't just matte. It was like textured.
Yeah.
Like, did
Really
you guys notice?
fantastic.
Yeah. And when they took that like first family portrait, they did the like red eye effect on
Yeah.
them.
Yes.
And I was
Dude,
really like,
yes.
that's crazy.
There was so
wow.
much
The
detail.
detail that went into that is crazy.
And that picture scene was insane. I really liked it because like everyone was showing off their bit of their personality too, and that it was really great. I enjoyed that scene specifically. That's one of the things.
One of the other scenes that I think was just like, I'm sorry, Austin. I thought you were about to talk, and I just completely cut you off. But
I was not going to talk actually.
During the one scene that they were like, okay, we're just gonna like flex how good this movie looks. They're like, yeah, wait to see this part in the eclipse, and then they just like flex how like nice they can make everything look. I thought that was like actually insane. Like even to like today, like was this 2021, 2022? Like
2022, I think.
So 4 years later, I still think this is one of the best looking movies I have ever seen. And I don't even know if like there are many this year that even look better than this, if any.
I don't think there's any movie that looks like as good as this movie. It is insane. I haven't seen the third one, but this is by far the best CGI ever. And this it might sound weird, but there's two scenes that are like insanely impressive to me. And it's the scene where his daughter, that's Jesus, is like in a coma, and they're like poking on her skin, and like you can see like each individual pore as they put like the little needle into it. It blows me away every time I watch this movie and I see that. It's fantastic. And then the scene where Spider is dragging up I don't know, the military man onto the shore, onto the rocks at the end of the movie. Incredible. Like, because I have no idea what's real and what's not in that scene. It is magnificent looking. Like, is that water real? Is like, what's he dragging up? Like, because Spider obviously has to be in that scene because he's a real kid, unless he's not. Like, what if he's not? Because then that would be insane CGI if he's not actually there. I've seen this movie I think 3 or 4 times, like the other Avatar, and it actually blows me away every single time I get to that moment in the movie. It's so freaking cool. Sorry, I'm going to transition to someone else. I have no other idea.
Yeah, let's go to Austin. It's been a second.
That's true. He has been
I was
quiet.
actually gonna on that topic. Were there issues with it? Like at any point in the movie,
Yes.
did anyone find any issues?
Yeah, there are a couple.
Yeah.
I think I had a couple too, but yeah, Zach.
The city
What do you
building
say?
scene where the
We
general and the other general are walking through them, like building a city. That I was like, they're not in a real place right now. That's a box. They're in a green box right now.
I
Very
think
clearly.
anything. It's still anything with like the humans or in that human environment. It just looks weird.
Yeah.
A little bit. Not that. It's definitely not as bad. It's obviously improved, but yeah.
One thing that I thought was really bad in the last one was the Avatar or like the Na'vi human,
Yeah.
like side by side. It was significantly better
With
in this
Spider
one.
specifically. Spider is insane in this movie. I don't know how they did that. You
said,
disagree,
like,
Austin?
You don't know if he's real or not.
I thought he
Like,
looked
you're
pretty
saying that,
bad. Like,
he might not be.
Really?
Are you
Yeah,
saying
I don't know. Maybe it was just like I don't know how they would make it realistic, but I still thought a lot of the stuff with Spider and like the rest of the group, like that was a big reason why. And this is spoiler for later on, but I didn't like Spiders. I'm like they added him, and I'm like I feel like he made it worse than just if they would have just been the Na'vi, because it took me out of it every time he was actually in there with the rest of them, because it made it seem
like
less
Spider.
real.
I really like Spider. I'd say
I hated Spider.
there was really
I'm
only
not
one
even
scene
there.
I thought that was like pretty bad with Spider, and it was just like an acting moment. But he's like he's like a kid, and he did a really
Zach,
great
You're saying as a character you like him?
medium. Yeah. Like, what do you mean? Like, what
Probably
else
like
would he
top.
do in that situation? He's like 15, 14 or something like that. Like, he
To,
doesn't.
like save his dad? Do you mean like that one?
No, I don't like that he did that. That's a big don't like.
I think that
of mine.
makes sense. I don't like that he did it, but I think it makes sense.
I don't think it makes sense at all. I think his
I
entire
don't
my
know.
issues
I don't like it.
in my mind. I keep
really
calling
don't
him. I'm
like
like it's just cultural appropriation, boy. I'm like I think the main thing I didn't like about him was because he looked friggin' weird. Like why was he trying to do all that and try to be a Na'vi when he can't have actually lived with them that much, because he has to have the mask on and everything. Like he definitely spent more time with the scientists and everyone than the Na'vi. Like I don't know, and I think if he would have looked
I don't
less
know.
dumb,
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that part, because it seems like
Yeah,
they can wear
it's-
that mask infinitely, so he could have just like stayed there.
How would that
Probably not
possibly?
infinitely, but I think it lasts for like a long while where he probably has to stop in the lab maybe like once or twice a day to get his like refills for like a little bit.
Guys, real quick. You know, I told you I had a complaint with the first film,
Yeah.
Yes.
and because it has an issue with the third film,
Yes.
I can't say
It's
I have
relation
a
to the
complaint
mask.
with this exact moment that we're talking about. It's not addressed in this film, but boy, is it addressed in the third film. It's a big issue.
Why do I feel like this is going to be like a Star Wars thing where like the first movie is going to be like a pretty decent intro. The second movie is like going to be obviously the best one in the trilogy, and the third one's going to be a step down from both of the two of them. I'm not going to claim that's what it is because I haven't seen the third one.
I think
yet.
it's going to be better than the first. That's my theory,
Mhm. Okay.
personally.
I don't know.
I don't want to go in with any expectation. I'm going with that. I think it's going to be an all right movie, and I'm just going to go with that. But
Oh wait, but with the CGI stuff, I'm like we kind of diverged from that. Did
Yeah, the
anyone else
human
have any
Na'vi.
moments? Oh yeah. Like,
I think there are any that look bad or any that look good.
I was saying bad. Like personally, like I had to write it down. Like the first big fish, like I wrote down my notes. I'm like, big fish looks weird.
Yes, the big mount, the one that was trying to attack the
it
kid.
looked really bad.
Yeah,
actually.
I
It
wrote that
took me
down,
out of
yeah.
it a lot.
Wait, where?
I don't know.
The one that was
Like,
in the
like,
coral
the
trying to
shark.
attack
I, like,
the kid.
I didn't think that. Like, I didn't notice anything. I was just like, oh, yeah.
Guys,
Really?
you know what?
I
I
couldn't-
can save the day. And
I
kill
was
the
wondering if
shark.
it was that one. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I thought the whales looked amazing though.
Yeah.
And you know
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
The most impressive model in the entire movie to me was the big helicarrier thing. That looked so good for being a full CGI thing. Like that is incredible to me. I thought that looked really fantastic. Specifically that really like wide shot of it like flying in and landing. That looks so real. It's crazy. Do you disagree? Agree?
I don't. I'm not saying I think it is bad. It is definitely very, very high end. But I think my favorite's the whale. Still, they're like the amount of detail that was like all on their skin underneath. And then like
Yeah.
they even did like the inside. Like I just thought it was pretty impressive. So I think I might give them the slight edge over the carrier, but I do see where you're coming from. That was ridiculous. But while I'm still on the hot seat, I want to kick it back to the human and Navi. What Austin specifically? What did you think about the scene where they first go back into the lab? Like, do you think the human Navi looked weird in that at the very beginning?
Whenever like she like hugged her mom's like avatar thing. Yeah, I mean, I think any of the scenes in a more human environment kind of looked off. And like once again, this is nitpicking. Like I don't think it looked bad relative to other movies. I just think relative to its own movie, like when the Na'vi are by themselves, they look fantastic. Their environment looks fantastic. But when you put them in a metallic room where there's other humans, I feel like it definitely takes a step down in quality in my mind.
Okay, and then I want to kick it around to everybody else.
Wait, can I say something really quick in relation to that scene?
Go for it.
So something that I wasn't really impressed with, like a much of this is gonna sound really stupid, but like I felt like the last movie was pretty like surface level in its like artistic storytelling. This movie had incredible environmental storytelling and cinematography, which I thought was a lot better than last movie, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. Specifically in that scene, they do it more in the rest of the movie, but they show a great passage of time in a way that doesn't make the movie confusing to me. Like right before that scene, maybe in like a previous scene, we hear Spider say like, "Oh, I can only be out in your air for like a couple minutes, but you could be in our air for hours and without having to breathe." And then in that scene where she's like talking to her mom, we cut to her and she's watching a video and we see her breathe in, indicating that she's been in there for hours, needing to like breathe in more, which I thought was like a really great way to show passages of time and like how like much she cares about her mom. And then later on in the movie, we see how long they've been like there training with the water Navi by showing the queen like getting like pregnant, and she like it grows over time. It's a great way that they show that.
Did it happen again with Spider being tortured? Did the Colonel need a breath like as he was walking in or in the room with Spider? Because I feel like I remember one, but I don't know if I actually do.
You might be right with that. I don't remember, but like there were other times. I didn't write that. I only wrote those two down. I know there were other times. This movie's like 3 hours and a half long, so there were other times in which he did it. I did it. I just remember being incredibly impressed with that. Like I thought this movie like really stepped it up in that aspect of it. Since I mentioned cinema, I'm going to stop yapping. I'm sorry. I'll throw it over to someone else in a second. I loved the cinematography in this movie. I thought specifically like the shots and the action were so much better in this movie than they were in the last movie. It was insanely impressive. Okay, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to toss it to Cassie. We haven't heard her in a second.
Can you give your opinion on the Navi human scene in the lab at the very beginning?
I didn't. I honestly was really just the only takeaway I had was I was impressed with the environmental storytelling in that scene. I didn't think it was that bad.
I'm kicking it around to everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
About that scene?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, do you think it looked weird? Do you think it looked good in comparison to the rest of the movie? Like, do you think that is one of the... Like, do you side closer with me or
I think
Austin?
Spider looked the worst in that scene, but everything else was like fine.
Honestly, nothing about it really was like jarring to me, and maybe that's just because like I watched the first movie so recently, and the humans in the in the Navi and the human environment look so janky in that movie. So by comparison, I thought it looked better. But I don't. It didn't really bug me.
Chandler,
I gotta say, I have to wear these for a reason, so I didn't notice a difference. No, I really thought it was good. I couldn't pick up on any issues. I didn't watch it on my phone this time, so I thought I was able to see. I know. I branched out. I wasn't sitting on. It wasn't like one of those late night, early morning watches. I tried on the TV downstairs, and I just ended up watching on my PlayStation monitor. So I didn't notice anything despite that. The smaller screen, it's harder, I feel like, to notice those mistakes. But here, I thought it was really good. I thought it was stellar. I'm going to glaze it more.
Okay.
It was amazing.
I just wanted to ask about this scene in particular, because that was the moment in which I was like, you know what? This looks so much better than the last movie. I'm so glad they addressed it.
Yeah.
Like my one issue. So that's why I had to ask you about that one in particular, because that was the one where I was like, Yes, finally, my one big issue resolved. But
Yeah, there really was only the fish scene, and then you guys know the scene I'm talking about, where like the military man is walking next to the military girl, and she's in the robot suit, and they're walking through the city as it's building, and it
Like
looked
the
just
spider
really
robots.
bad. Yeah, that was the only scene
just-
that I thought looked bad.
Anything with that new general lady in that mech looked a little weird.
Yeah.
It was in the beginning. She was like punching some bag.
Yeah, that
and
looked
it was
terrible.
You could
Yeah.
just tell like it was definitely some green screening there. But still, even despite the green screening, the like low-key obvious green screening, the background looked so good. It still looked so good.
Yeah.
So nitpicking.
Passable.
Also, those suits, like at the end of the movie, looked amazing. They had that one trailer shot where it like jumped from like side to side while it was like on fire and stuff like that. And it looks fantastic. This movie genuinely looks amazing in 95% of it, which is crazy. It's 3 hours and a half long. It's wild that it looks good for that length.
Yeah, for like the lack of human characters in it, and mostly like Navi or CGI. It's amazing. Well, but it does. I do think it had a lot of time to incubate, and to get it to look like it does.
True.
Well, one of the things
Do
that
we know
I
what
saw,
the budget was?
Oh, I usually look that up. Sorry, I
I
forgot.
was like, that was on the facts list I was looking at.
well, one of the things that was on the facts list that I was looking at was they waited until all 5 of these movies were written out to even start recording Avatar 2.
True.
There's 5 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But don't worry, you don't have to get used to a different.
Its budget was $460 million.
Handler, genuinely, I was so mad that he lived because now I know he's going to be doing the most evil thing and being an asshole for the next 3 hours. And I have to watch this movie. I hate him.
We are going to talk about him in the next segment. Okay, we'll get to him. Okay. This movie's budget was $460 million for anyone who didn't hear.
460 million.
Yeah.
Oh my
Not
god.
bad, actually.
Not bad.
Compared to like Avengers movies, that's like the same.
Yeah, that's like a
isn't it?
paycheck.
That's $160 million more than Avengers Endgame.
I thought we were talking about.
And think about how much CG is used relative to
Yeah.
Avengers
Okay.
Endgame.
That's a fair point. Never mind.
Yeah.
Does anybody else want to go with a positive? Because if not, I have one, and then it will get all of us talking. But we can go around. We'll go Zach. We'll kick it off with Zach. He raised his hand, so we'll start there.
So okay, I anytime I talk about this, I do get a tiny bit of flack for this, but I don't like the 4th season of Attack on Titan because it almost scratches an itch that I really want scratched. In which like I really want like a very realistic war with a like fantastical element to it. And it like almost does it really, really well. It, like in certain aspects, it does it well. This movie scratches that itch perfectly to me. Like, especially at the very beginning and the very end, I really enjoyed seeing like the Na'vi strapped with like ARs that are scaled up to fit them, while like Jake is training them to be like a normal military. It was so exactly what I was looking for in that like specific thing. It's especially after watching the first movie. It was, I know that's like a really weird like niche, but it was like I enjoy like war like movies, and I enjoy like fantasy stuff, and this is like a perfect combination of the two of those. You had your
So, were you a huge fan of them blowing up the train in the beginning? And
dude, I love that scene. I was going to talk about that. I really like that scene at the beginning of the movie, dude. That's like that in the theaters.
That one felt so Zach coded to me whenever I was watching it.
Well, back then, back whenever I first watched this movie, I like really hated the idea of Avatar just because like I didn't like James Cameron, and I was like, even if this movie's good, I won't like it. And I remember sitting there in theaters with my arms crossed, and that scene happened, and I like went like this, and I was like, okay, this is pretty good. I like this. This is pretty fun. And even like this is, like I said, this is my 3rd or 4th time watching the movie. That scene is still so fun to watch, just because it's shot so well, and like I enjoy the military lingo that Jake says between his Na'vi crew, and the way that like you know that he's saying it in the Na'vi language, and it's so good, dude. It's really great. What, Austin?
Did somebody else say?
No, I'm gonna hold that once we go to other opinions, but come back to me on that.
Okay. Other segment. I
Oh, and
love
then
the
the
train
end.
scene too. I'm with you, Zach. I like the CGI around it too. I really liked whenever it was derailed, just the guerrilla war tactics involved. I thought it was really cool.
This new one is Turbo
Yeah, it
Reaper.
just looked amazing.
Fun.
And keep it going. Give us something else that you really liked about this movie. I have a vague idea if I know what your score is, so I know you have a list full.
Hey, I do want to put it out there. If Zach's going to retroactively take his from a 7.5 to a 7, I'm making mine a 9 so that it keeps the average of an 8.
Zach, you set a bad
okay.
precedent. Yeah, I was upset when you did that. I'm like, we didn't get to go back to it, but you messed
Yeah.
up the average like seriously.
Yeah, I was going to say. So
Thank you for doing that, Chan.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry,
But
I mean, like, I genuinely feel it with.
I'm just gonna keep glazing the visuals. You remember this? I'm gonna call her Kitty because that's just what I heard.
Oh, it's Kitty. Yeah, that is it.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought,
No, it's not. It's Kiri or something or
Yeah, but with their accent, it sounds like a T.
yeah, Kitty.
I'm just gonna call it Kitty. When she was laying down in the sand with like her feet were above the surface of the water, I just thought that looked really neat before she proceeded to get bullied. I really dislike those visuals there.
I get where he's going. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I got it now.
want-
But shut up, Skylar. That was.
I do have something that I really, really, really want to say, but and I have something. I have a prop. You guys get a tease. Don't look up the number. You guys get a little bit of a tease. You look up a tease.
Ooh, okay.
As to what it might be. But I'm gonna save that for later whenever it feels right.
Hell yeah.
That's all of what the props I have to say for the film. I'm gonna hold.
All right, Cassie, give us one of yours.
Like the main thing that I was talking about on my list for all the positives I had was just how pretty the movie looked. Like the scenes in the water, the first scene where you got to see all of them swimming. Oh my god, it was so pretty. Like I want to go to there. I want to live there. And like I don't know if this is gonna make any sense, but like when they were showing them like at the beach and in the water, like everything just looked so warm.
Yeah.
I want to go there.
To go off of that, the climax of this movie, like the final like 45-minute fight, it is the best looking in the entire movie, in my opinion. It is fantastic how like great all that looks. Like the scene between the Jake and the general just looks absolutely so real the entire time, and I love it. Also, that scene
filmed underwater.
Yeah, that was a good fun fact, actually. But I do love that scene, and Jake does have that pretty hard line right before they start fighting, where he's like, "Let's get it done." It's pretty good.
Awesome.
I did like that a lot. Yeah, I like Jake a lot in this movie. All right, Skylar, what were you saying?
I'm gonna ask Austin if he has anything first, because I think my point might get us talking for a little bit, and I think we'll go around to everybody. So, Austin, if you have any quarrels that you want to
throw a dead end positive in there because I don't think anyone's going to talk about it. There's always a bigger fish moment in the movie, and I like that.
Right,
Tremendous callback.
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought that was funny
back
and
to
deserved
Star
to
Wars.
mention.
We referenced Star Wars twice, dude. It's almost like we're doing that this year. No. Sorry, keep going.
So, the one that I really want to get to is, what did you guys think of the mother's voice acting in this movie in
Natiri?
particular? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, dude, she's consistently great in both these movies. I love her. She's fantastic. Like, especially at the end of this movie, she's so awesome, man. It's really impressive. I wish they used her more.
Yeah, she didn't get the spotlight so much this film.
Yeah,
Good guess.
Excited about that.
No, you're good. Like when her son died, I cried not because he died, but because of her reaction to it. I was like, oh my god, like I feel what she feels. Like, oh my god.
That scene is incredible. Incredibly well done. And also to go like environmental storytelling, I just remembered a really great part of that. The second Jake is there and he lifts up the son and he sees the wound on the back, like you can see in his face and like how he knows immediately. He knows what's happening and that he can't do anything about it. And the way that scene plays out is so fucking good. It's such it's a really fantastic scene. If only the son wasn't a fridge. Sorry, continue.
I wanted to bring it up because I think those like screams were actually insane. But it went from that into her having maybe like the best like face visuals in the movie the entire time. She went like full feral, like how to kill this guy, and she did not care what happened. Like she was.
I think she should have killed him, like instead of Jake. To be honest,
I thought she
Totally,
would.
yeah.
I watched this movie, so I know she.
Like she walked away from that shit. Like when Jake was like, "Go protect him." Like I was like, "No way, she's doing that."
That's not what she would do. She's strong heart, you know. That's what she is.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
I wish,
wanted to talk about that because
I wish the
Imagine
two.
if they just like double team.
That's what I was just about to say. I wish Sully stick together. I wish they fought together. That would have been so awesome. I would have really
if it was
appreciated
the younger brother and the dad, though. I think that would have been a really.
That's a movie 3 kind of thing because the younger brother needs
get Jake up this side.
the younger brother needs the character development of this moment. You know, he needs the fridge impact.
I think he's the one that's most like Jake, though. So I don't get why Jake hates him so much.
Well, that's probably why. He doesn't want the son to be like Jake. Yeah,
I know, but I hate it. I hate it.
It's realistic. That's like what it is.
Yeah, but I don't care. But like, he's you. But like, yeah. Like if I was in Avatar 2, I would look Jake dead in the eye and go, "You're yelling at yourself, pal. You're doing the same exact thing. You did the same exact thing multiple times."
And his kid will pass it on to his kid's kid. And that is because he was not a good father. And it goes back to Zach's bad point.
Generational trauma is being
exactly.
I mean, I don't know. It's wartime, though. You know, it's going to be hard.
Doesn't mean that you can't be a good dad.
Yeah, that's true.
Zach.
It makes it harder, though. It does make it harder. There's a lot of stress on Jake. He's a lot of pressure.
On a vacation island, and he could have been.
He's being hunted. He's being hunted by an evil man. An evil man that was brought back from the dead specifically to hunt him.
Not before they found out. He was still a dick before they found out that was happening.
Yeah, that's true. A little bit.
You would think he would be a little nicer to his son, knowing that he's being hunted. True. Like, I don't know.
Even Natiri was like, "Yo, chill out a little bit." Like she just like his hands all the time.
Okay. In that defense of that scene, it was right after the older son almost just died. And that scene, they do more environmental storytelling, not just environmental, just storytelling with acting, where he like looks up and starts crying to Natiri because that's the reason why he was being so mean, was because he was so sad and scared that his son almost died. Like, I think that scene in specific was a little different, you know? That doesn't show that that's how he normally acts.
He's taking out his own emotions on his kids. It's the same thing, just remixed.
Yeah. It's just remixed. That was a good way to say that. That was funny.
Does anybody else have any positives so we can get to the negatives?
No, let's get
into
the
one
negatives.
final tiny bit of positives.
Hit it. This one's a lot more bitter.
I forgot Little Mosey, the rapper, was in this movie.
That's a positive?
Yes, he made an appearance. So just a disclaimer, he is not actually in the movie. He looks exactly like one of the fish. Like, you might not know who it is.
Dude, why did you say that? He's not Jeff.
Dead. Like, Shannon, do you know who Lil Mosey is? Please, right now, look up his name. It's Lil, like Lil space Mosey. Look it up and tell me
Skylar had me do this earlier this morning. He does look exactly like Little Mosey.
Just exactly him.
It's because of the hairstyle that they gave the Na'vi.
That's a great negative to start with, honestly, because that singular hairstyle dates this movie to the exact time period it was made in.
That's the worst hairstyle in the movie.
It was just weird to have it.
I thought the hair looked really great in this movie, though, which is like a really hard thing to do in CGI. That's like the only. Yeah, exactly. That was the only one that I was like, I don't like that.
The trend, dude.
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
But I would urge everybody to take just like a little minute just to look it up yourself. And
it's pretty identical.
If you exactly know what fish I'm talking about.
It is. Stop saying that. That feels racist.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The sea Na'vi I'm talking about. Yeah, sorry. I do keep doing that.
The Avatar fans are going to get mad at you.
Yeah, come on, dude. They're already going to get mad at us.
Bro, setting up a YouTube short, but he's just asking for the hate.
So since we're talking about the fish, I would like to say that. Sorry, I thought that would be a funny. Sorry,
It was.
One thing I wrote down that I thought was weird. You guys can call me crazy for putting this in the don't like category, but I thought it was weird that the other like sector of Navi speaks the same language as the Forest Navi. Because
I was thinking the same thing. They evolve separately, but they speak the same language.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and
They do. I mean, they didn't change anything. I mean,
there weren't different subtitles between the different Navi, you know, and it didn't take time for Jake and his family to adjust to the language of the water Navi. And I was like, well, we have like 1,000 languages here on Earth, and it's not like there's completely different like sectors of humans. They're completely different sectors of Navi, and they don't speak different languages. That's a little weird to me.
I have one. So I'm not quite sure how like the different Navi would relate to like actual humans, whether it would be like us to Europeans or anything. But there are like they might have different like slang within the same language. Like I know like if you just go across just the United States alone, if you're talking to somebody from like New Jersey, somebody from Texas, and somebody from California, you're just based on how they talk, you're going to be able to tell like which area they're from. So I kind of took it was something like that where they all speak the same language. It just sounds different.
Yeah, but they're so different of species that they're literally like evolved differently. I feel like they totally would have.
They
a different
shouldn't have
language.
interacted to the point of where they should have developed separately and created their own language.
Exactly,
because they
yeah.
look so different.
But they have interacted a couple other times because of the big dragon with the clan wars. Like I feel like they kept it so they can interact in times like that.
Well, that's what I mean. We've interacted with other like languages now, but like whenever we first started creating languages, there's like 15 different clans that created different languages, and like whoever fought over in one English, Spanish, whatever, you get it. Those are the languages that lasted to the end. I feel like more than just a singular Navi language would have lasted through their like generations of people.
Okay, you have a good point. I'm going to chalk it up to he didn't want to put an extra 20 minutes in there of them trying to learn the new language.
That's
It
fair.
had underwater language.
Yeah, they did.
They did have
That's
a sign
something.
language underwater. Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe that's her.
On that one though, because this relates to what I said before earlier of not wanting to bring it up, but now I will bring it up. I thought them making Navi is equal to English like a thing, like everyone just speaks English, doesn't consistently make sense throughout the movie. Like there are multiple points within the movie, like where Jake's kids are talking to like the general guy, and I'm like, what language are we speaking? Or like, then
I wrote that down too.
spiders.
Yeah. So I didn't get what you were saying at first, because I there is an inconsistency with the military man and his knowing of the Navi language. I didn't like it at all.
I know it's so soon.
Yeah. That, and sometimes he didn't know it, but then sometimes he could speak it but not understand it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
But how was he able to speak it to the extent he was?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
immediately.
Spider was teaching him, but I refuse to believe he taught him that much in that little time.
Nope.
Right.
Nope. He started speaking it before he
Yeah.
got Spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
whenever
Spider
they were
was
in
taught
the
him, he started
forest,
like a
whenever they
3-year-old
went to go
Spider.
visit that, the place where he died the first time, they went there and they captured the kids and he was speaking their language
Exactly.
right then and there. Like, he was just reborn.
How
does he know the language already?
Exactly. I was going to disprove what Skylar said, because Skylar was like, "Oh, you sound like you're a toddler." In the previous scene where he was kidnapping them, he was speaking it perfectly fine. So it was pretty inconsistent to me. I don't know.
Yeah, it
It
wasn't
was a little weird.
I will say
I wrote
that.
that down too.
Cassie, say something. You haven't talked in a minute.
Yes.
Um,
Put her on the spot, man.
can I
Yeah,
talk about-
my tone was pretty bad on that. I apologize.
My bad. Am I allowed to talk about stupid military man that I hate
Oh,
yet?
of
Yeah,
course.
we're
I
ready.
hate him.
Guys, I was so mad that they brought him back. And the big issue that I had with him, the first movie, was that his dialogue was stupid. They didn't fix it in this movie. His dialogue was still stupid. Oh, we're not in Kansas anymore. We're
I'd
in
argue worse.
Pandora. Shut up. Sorry.
I'd argue it's worse. in
His
this movie.
motivation doesn't make any
So
sense.
bad. He's
So-
just so evil for no reason.
Yeah.
He has a
He
reason.
shouldn't have motivation for the record. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is where he's a clone that they
Yeah.
used for a purpose. They brought him back to like bring order to
Yeah.
Pandora. So like, why is he just going on his personal vendetta
Clone
mission?
is also inconsistent.
Also-
because it like keeps the same hatred for Jake, but it changes his heart to his child for some reason that he completely neglected as a human. But now that he's a clone, he cares for it a lot.
Yeah.
But he still hates Jake exactly the same.
Well,
Yeah.
that kid was that kid even born? Or was like a
He was
baby?
born. He was barely
He was
born.
like a baby though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they said that he can't be like you can't.
and
I don't know. The spider's favorite word was
Can't
dumbass
cryo-freeze.
throughout the entire movie. That's the main thing I learned. But he said something's like you can't send a
say dumbass
newborn this
You
place.
can't cryo freeze a baby over.
That,
Yeah.
Jake's narration also said that at the beginning of the movie. He said that babies can't be sent.
Yeah.
Wait, we derailed Cassie's military man rant.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Keep
Oh,
ranting.
I mean, I pretty much got through all the points that I wanted to, but I talked about this earlier. That I came up. I'm so mad that he's alive still. And I'm sure in the next movie, he's going to be a convenient antagonist because what else would he be there for? Why would he have any character development ever? Why would they do that? So he's just going to be there for 3 hours having the most corny dialogue and being an asshole. And I'm just not excited about it. I hope I'm wrong. I really do.
I just hope he dies next movie, man.
Chance face.
He should.
Like he doesn't need to be the main villain for more than he didn't need to be the main villain for more than one movie. I pray he is not the main villain for more than 3 movies. Like that would be so how far Chandler, don't give me that face, Chandler.
No,
don't
I was doing that on purpose. I was
Okay.
doing that on purpose. I'm like, I'm throwing you off
Yeah.
on that one. Everything else, I'm.
'Cause I mean,
I think I have a vendetta against the actor. I don't think he's charismatic. I just never liked seeing him on the screen in the first movie. I just can't stand his character in this movie. I don't enjoy him in the slightest. I think that making him the villain in this movie was like the biggest problem the movie has. I just really don't enjoy it at all, especially since the point was to get the Na'vi clan in addition to Jake. So wouldn't it have been easy? Like their problem was Jake. But like obviously having the army of Na'vi is like a big deal. But the army of Na'vi wasn't as big of a deal without Jake. So why didn't they just attack the army when Jake wasn't there to like guide them while Jake was
Jake
gone?
Jake wasn't a big deal. That's the issue. Like, why would they send their multi-million-dollar like Avatar clone thing off on his personal vendetta mission when he actually should be protecting like their resource gathering and killing the Na'vi that they're fighting? Like, it doesn't make any. The whole plot doesn't make any sense in that way.
Yeah,
why they don't bring
I
him
didn't
in?
enjoy the villain aspect of that. That's like the biggest problem to me. It was so bleh. It was
I
like
feel
it felt forced to get Jake to move, you know, to visit another clan.
Yeah, to
Like
explore
with
more
the
of the world.
whole
Go ahead,
Sorry.
Cassie. Sorry. that was really
No.
funny.
No, but like with the whole world of Pandora, like I feel like there's so much you can do there to like come up with a cooler villain, and instead we get the same guy again,
Yeah.
and he's doing the same thing kind of again. He's just mad at Jake. Like, why can't we have a villain that's from Pandora? Like, I feel like that would be so cool. That I don't know. I guess I get the point. Is like human bad, Navi good. Like, but I don't know. I just think they missed an opportunity to have a really sick villain.
But with
And I'm
a,
gonna be so mad if he comes back.
with a villain from Pandora, then I'd wonder where he was during the first 2 movies.
See, I have a solution.
Maybe he was hibernating.
Pandora's a
Don't know.
moon around another planet. I think it would be so interesting to like somewhat investigate the planet that Pandora surrounds. Like there's another species that lives on the planet that is just too dangerous that for the humans to even travel to. They found a way to Pandora or something like that. Like I think that would be an interesting avenue for them to go on. I don't know. Anything but what's his name? Someone help me. What's his name? Because of the Q.
Military man.
Military man because of the Q. G remembers it. She likes him. She enjoys him. I can't. That was it.
It took 5 times. I was just over here saying it to myself.
Oh.
It's okay.
Sorry.
No, I don't think I was saying it loud enough. But yeah,
Cassie,
I heard it for the record.
if you want to feel relieved about the
I
third
just didn't
film, I would just look up a poster,
Okay, awesome.
and then you'll be
Do that
then
right
you'll feel
now.
relieved. That's
The Avatar fans are gonna get mad at me because I don't know what I'm talking about because I haven't seen the third movie yet.
Well, I haven't either. I was saving it. I was saving my first watch for the podcast.
I'm pretty excited for it though. I'm not gonna lie, because like every time I watch this movie, I always forget how much I enjoy it. Because like for some Chandler, remember how we've talked about short-term memory loss for movies, and I say like I don't really have that much. I have that very bad for this movie specifically.
Okay.
But like every time I finish watching
remember.
it is a lot to remember. But like after 2 weeks, I'm always like, oh, I don't like this movie, and then I watch it. I'm like, I'm having fun right now. This is a good time. So
You remind me of a negative I had actually, and it dealt with directly with the runtime. I swear, every time I
it's
like
a long ass movie.
Okay. Well, we knew that. We knew that.
I didn't know where you're going with that, Chan, because I've seen posters with him in it.
Yeah, I was confused too. Yeah.
There are posters with not just him in it. I think. I'll find what I'm talking about. Keep going, Sky. Keep going.
But every time I would pause to go use the bathroom or something, I would be like, okay, I probably have an hour left, and I checked and it was an hour 40. I was like, okay, maybe I have 20 minutes left, and it's you got 45, and I'm like, every time I swear I had an half hour longer than I actually thought. I vividly remember stopping at the 2:15 mark, and I was like, okay, I got 20 minutes left, and then I did not. I had 45 minutes.
Dude, the same thing happened to me. So the movie started and we started watching it, and I repeatedly just kept looking at G and being like, I'm having a really good time with this right now. And I kept getting really excited. And then at one point she was like, do you want to go make popcorn? And I said, okay. And I paused it, and we were an hour and 20 minutes into the movie. And I audibly gasped, and I went, what is happening right now? And I actually had a mental breakdown, because before I paused the movie and you would have asked me how much time had passed, I would have sworn on my life that 2 hours and 20 minutes passed. I was so 100% confident about that. And then the second I paused it, I was like, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. I have 2 hours left. I have 2 more hours of this movie left.
You have a movie left in this movie.
Yeah.
That's literally what I went. I paused around the same for my first one. My jaw legitimately dropped. Do you know how weird it is to see this be your time bar, and you're like, okay, I'm an hour 20 minutes in, and you're here?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Still, I got this left. And
it's crazy.
Minutes in, it was insane.
It is crazy.
It is something that I probably have not dealt with since I first watched this movie.
Yeah, that's biggest problem number 2.
Yes,
well, I think
the runtime is ridiculous.
I think the big thing is,
he's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he means that the big villain is a dad.
We knew he was going to be in there. I thought that was. That's not who I was referring to when I said you look it up. So
I understand. Thank God.
I think this movie should have been 2.5 hours long. I don't think it should have been a TV show. I think, the fun fact, it was what Cassie, you said, of having the periods of time. That was Chan. My bad.
The bathroom.
Chan, that you said of having the periods of time to go to the bathroom. There were so many times during this movie, I'm like, this scene should be 4 minutes shorter.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't totally see the benefit in that. I think it takes its time. I don't think it deserves the runtime. It deserves to be long, just not as long as it is.
I was gonna say I don't think the majority of the final action piece should be in the movie. It's really fantastic.
It should be a long movie. It just shouldn't be it's still it takes its time walking down the street when it a lot
of the whale stuff just doesn't need to be in the movie at all. That entire whale scene doesn't need to be in the movie in the slightest. Any of even the hunting scene, because it was useless. Because they never actually ended up hunting another whale other than the whale that they used for exposition that wasn't used in this movie.
I hated that hunting scene.
Oh my god, it sucked.
That was terrifying. I was gonna interject, but I didn't want to be the 4th time after Zach interjected you 3 times, Cassie. The military guy sucks. He wasn't the worst guy in the movie, though. Dude, I'm like the whale catcher guy. That scene where they were
Isn't it cliche that he's Australian? You know? The hunter guy is Australian. He said crikey at one point. That was really funny to me.
It's just they were having so much fun committing atrocities on these and they knew that how nice the animals were. They were like, have they ever fought back? Oh no, never. But those sons of bitches are hard to kill.
Oh, they're smarter than us too.
Yeah.
I'm the one with a harpoon.
That
I hated the scientist more than anyone though, because he was like acting like he was like, who's the one with the harpoon now? I'm like, you are the one helping them. You're on the same side. Why are you acting like you're any better?
He needed to fund his research.
I drink about this. I think I'm sad about it, and I cry on my.
Oh boo-hoo! Oh boo-hoo! Maybe you wouldn't drink if you actually just didn't take this job.
I was vaguely talking to Zach before this, and I said the entire like villain aspect of this is literally just pride. Like it's the colonel has to beat Jake because he lost, and that colonel is scarred by that arrow that his wife had. Every time he saw it, he paused to see it. But
he got pissed.
He had to beat Jake, and then this scientist had to prove that he wasn't dumber than a whale. He was so much smarter. He could kill them so easily, even though they don't fight back. Other than one, in which he lost. But like, and he took his arm. So.
That's crazy. I like that scene.
That part, I didn't like that scene. Can anyone guess why?
Funny.
Is it because the steel cable pulled through the metal?
Didn't look quite right.
Clean cut.
Well, okay, yeah. It was. I'm saying it was specifically the arm part. Like they did not want to show blood this movie. Except for like scene where even with when he got shot through the chest, like that was still a very conservative amount of blood. But the arm scene especially, it was just like a mannequin arm just like flying off.
I thought that was also a bad CG moment too. I thought it looked like clay personally. You know,
it did.
Without the blood, it's tough.
Yeah, exactly.
That was pretty sick, though. You got to be.
I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was a great idea.
He deserved it too.
Yeah, he really deserved it. I hate that guy.
It was not the best looking moment, but I was definitely like, "Oh hell yeah, go ahead!" Like I was cheering the whale.
That's where I was at.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about them introducing an entire new like mythical object on Pandora? Like, do you think they should have committed to unobtainium, like making it more of a bigger deal? Like,
no.
What do you think they should have introduced this one in at all? Like, what was the point of it?
Oh,
I think they should have.
No, I also didn't agree. I thought
there's no reason for it.
There's actually no reason for it.
To give the hunters motivation. Like if that wasn't there, then they would be even bigger assholes than they already were.
We didn't even need the hunters in this movie, though. To be honest,
no.
Yeah, because you could have just had his
team there to help. Super evil military guy.
No,
like I would say if this was the last one and I knew there was not a 3, a 4, and a 5, then I would say it's not needed. But there is a chance that it is brought up later and they do continue it. And Chen, you don't say anything because I didn't think you were, but like there's a chance it is continued on. So like if you asked me when I watched it the first time, I probably would have said it was useless. But like now I'd say it's probably not. And then there's a chance that they reuse it and it has some relevance later on. So
I am gonna say that
CEO guy. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead, Austin.
Oh no, I'm like maybe the CEO guy uses it and there's like 100-year time jump and he just comes in the 5th movie. He's like, "Hey guys, I'm still alive because of whale juice."
I can't follow it up because I was gonna be serious with a serious response. I should have gone.
Everyone's
first.
one and only businessman.
Oh, the businessman! Yeah. Everyone loved that one.
On your left.
That was funny. I don't even know. I don't even know if I should say what I was going to say. Does anyone else have other negatives?
I think I'm out of negatives.
Okay, then I'll say it. What I was going to say was I still don't think that makes sense because even though the movie exists in a grander narrative, I think it should still stand alone. Like if the movie, if the scene doesn't stand within the movie itself, it shouldn't be in the movie, regardless of if it stands within the entire narrative. Like if we think back to One Piece, almost everything in all of the arcs specifically impacts the arc itself in addition to the grander story okay, what is it? Oh, that's a great addition. Yeah, love that. Like the one that I was thinking of was Fujitora and Dressrosa. So even though that he was like build up to a grander arc related to like all the different characters and like Fujitora like being a good side of the military, he still had his own impact within the Dressrosa story, while the whale juice was just, it had no impact at all in this movie in the slightest. It just was there to be like, this is something that we're going to use in a next event. Okay, Austin disagrees.
Doesn't need to be used. It's just a detail of world building to justify why the hunters do the hunting. Yes, the hunters
Then it
technically
took up too
don't
much
have
time.
a necessity in this plot. I'll give you that part.
Yeah.
But I think if you're going to include the hunters, you need a decent motivation for why they're doing what they're doing.
I don't disagree with, I totally agree with that, especially after the problems that we talked about with the last movie. However, if you're going to hold on something for that long and make it seem like it's going to be that important, then it should also be important within the movie's story itself, is what I was saying.
I think scenes are too long, but that's the whole movie.
yeah, I totally agree.
Would you
with that.
rather they do like just unobtainium and they just say it's there and they're getting it and don't give it a reason, or have like a thing like this where they give it a reason?
I don't think the movie needed a
don't really use
MacGuffin.
it?
I don't think the movie needed a MacGuffin at all. I thought the family was a strong enough like plot driver, like of the since we had to do the I see Scout back there. Since we had to do the general again, I think his drive to find the family was a strong enough motivation. We didn't need some sort of stupid object for them to go after. You know, hi yo puppy, he's so cute. I love her.
It's probably about time I take her outside. But I actually have a couple complaints too that I wanted to get off my chest. A lot of it had to do with the general, and this still has to do with the general. You guys remember whenever they were going to go learn how to fly those creatures or whatever?
Yes.
And he just falls off.
Yeah.
He just falls.
Sorry.
And then it cuts away
I hate that scene. Yeah.
to Jake Sully learning how to fly his little creature. So then they cuts back to the general, like, oh, he's going to learn how to fly his creature. That was pretty obvious. But when he fell and it cuts back, they were just walking away like, oh, well, we tried, guys. On to the next movie, I guess.
Well,
like
in my head,
are they
I
just
actually
gonna reincarnate them again. Like that cost millions of dollars. Or
Yeah.
I thought they didn't care whatsoever. I thought that was a little weird.
I actually
They
kind of
don't
like
need
that though,
money.
because he's just a clone, you know? It's not like he's the general. They can just make another one. It might take 16
Yeah, it was
years, but they can just
so
make another
weird.
one.
I
My
don't
problem
like
with that scene was there's no chance in hell after falling off he would have been able to actually like link with that thing. He was just going to die. In my opinion, I think it's
Yeah.
unrealistic that he
There's
would
some
have been
plot
able to
armor
do
involved.
what he did and like be able to control it. I thought that was stupid.
So
But they should have backed his memory again. Why?
I figured that
Create
they
him
still
again
have
with
it
his
always
older
on that
memory.
chip.
He would
Like,
have
who's
lost
to say this
everything
is
he
the
just
first
learned.
clone of him? You know, what if this is like the second or third version?
No. You didn't hear Chance.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I said, why would they not save his memory again? Because if he just gets reborn, he's going to lose everything he just learned. He's just restarting from like dying, and he'll know nothing again.
I guess
Does
that's
that make
fair,
sense?
but
Quick
like,
save
how much
functionality.
more did he learn? You know, yeah, I guess it's like a video
He's
game.
autosave or something.
Yeah,
It's like
that's funny.
to the cloud.
Yeah.
So
had
in
an
that
issue with
scene specifically, when he's learning how to fly that thing, did you like did Jake Sully do this the hard way?
Yeah, that was fun.
And then
I actually did.
Stop the thing.
I actually did laugh
Yeah.
at that.
Straight up punch.
Yeah, I did actually think that was funny. I thought that was in line with his character too.
Talk about abusive relationship. Or
Yeah. All right. Do we want to get into funniest?
I-
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I have like two more, I think. I have two more,
okay.
I think. First off, I just want to get off of my chest. I think Spider's the weakest link of the film.
I think he's a
I
good
think
acting
Spider is
moment.
necessary, 100%.
Yeah.
I like Spider's involvement. I don't mean to hate, but I don't think the actor does a great job.
In the
He
serious scene.
should have not had dreads.
I do agree. That's something I said to Skylar. I said that to Skylar this morning whenever we were gonna do the podcast. I was like, I don't know if I should bring this up or not, but I don't like that Spider has dreads. You know, like I just feel like that's weird.
He could be one with the Navi. It's just he has to consistently be that way because, like, at first I was like, oh, maybe I just don't like the way he looks. No, he's helping his military guy dad and still choosing to wear all of the Navi stuff and act like a Navi. It's like, no, don't do that stuff while I help interpret you murdering them.
Do you remember the scene in the doctor? He's like, yeah, well, sometimes it's better to not even know your dad.
yeah. Like, whatever.
I'm saying if he didn't have dreads and he put on some clothes, I'd be on board with Spider. But the guy is just a
dreads. I think
fake.
they look
Give Spider
sick.
some
don't-
pants.
Give my boy pants. Yeah, I like that.
I'll say that.
After
They
being
have
with a
the
military guy, at least, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, he's wearing a thong around his dad. Like, why are we
There
doing
were
that?
so many times where you just thought like a little bit of Spider cheek.
Oh no, dude!
Really? I never saw that. I don't know how. I never saw that. I was always
I can't
like,
believe
man,
you said that.
they played it so safe with this movie because, like, I swear, just across every single character, their clothing dropped. Like,
Oh yeah, significantly.
Yeah.
Significantly.
I was
Which
like,
is crazy.
half of the people in this movie are kids. What are we doing? Like, literally. I was like, what is
The
going
bar
on?
was already low for how much clothing these characters had on in this movie. They lowered it even more. I don't know how they did that. I don't know what they're gonna do in the third movie.
Naked. Fully.
Hey, fire means really hot. So, like, as far as evolutionary, why would you wear clothes?
Close.
Right.
Yeah.
Did they another point? Did they establish the Earth was dying in the first movie?
No.
So we're just supposed to kind of accept that
So
in this one.
that was another thing I was
Okay.
going to bring up. I was going to say, like, do you enjoy the new reason that they're on Pandora? It's now
They're
not to
trying to
get the
colonize
resources,
it.
but to colonize it. Yeah. Do you
No,
think
I'm
that
not a
was
fan of that.
necessary?
It's understandable.
First.
It should have done that in the first movie.
They should have done that in
They
the
should have
first movie.
slipped that in there a little
Yeah.
bit because I don't mean to call someone out, but I was reading one of those comments and someone mentioned that in relation to the first video we made that, oh yeah, the Earth's dying. You didn't know the Earth's dying until this movie came out. So whatever point they had going on there, I'm not.
And it was
justice,
it
but,
was like
yeah.
kind of glazed over in the speed run like montage they had at the beginning of the movie and not
Yes.
mentioned again throughout. Like they only mentioned
Yes.
it during the Earth, like the city rebuilding scene. That was really bad
Yes.
CGI.
Oh yeah, it had to do with it had. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I remember what video it was. It was the one
Yeah.
with the floating rocks, and that's how they're gonna revive Earth.
Yeah, that okay.
I
That
love
that
that
doesn't
take,
make
bro.
sense for a couple reasons. Because like, if the planet is ending and if you bring the rocks there, regardless of like if they're floating rocks or not, if it's a floating rock in space and a normal rock in space, it's still a rock in space that's uninhabitable. It doesn't make any sense. Like it makes sense that you thought of it whenever you were 12, but like don't believe that now because
Yeah.
it's not true. It's also not where unobtainium it is. It's under the tree, not in the rocks. Go ahead, Chandler. Sorry.
She's staring my soul right now.
I see that, bro. Dude, okay. Let's get into
Well, did I recall Chandler saying that? Did you need to take Scout out?
I think she needs to go outside. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So least favorite. I'm just gonna have to go with the fact. Nah, just honestly, Spider. I like Spider's character, but I don't like I think the actor is just the weakest part of the film. And I know we were
especially
bad-mouthing
during the
general
cuff
a lot,
scenes.
but I do kind of like the general in ways. I guess I'm flawed enough that I like the businessman. I'm flawed that I like the general here too. But funniest favorite scene, funniest. I'm conjoining it because oh my goodness, I'm so glad we did not talk about this. That scene where the younger brother gets rescued by Payakin. And then he's like laying on him, like on the top of him, and then wakes up because of the blowhole. Scared me shitless and everyone in the theater. It was hilarious. We all jumped. So much so that on my second and probably my third time watching it in theaters, I went with a group of buddies. I propped up my phone like this, recorded everyone to my right that went with me, and they all jumped. And I still look back on that fondly. It's
That's
still
funny.
Yeah, that's my favorite scene. Well, no, funniest. My favorite is Payakin. What a G. If I had the opportunity, I'd let him be my kid's godfather. Because seriously, he deserves his own Lego set.
Oh,
This guy is a menace. Oh my goodness. I get goosebumps every single
That was great
time I
build-up.
see the moment where he gets like routed up and jumps up on the ship. Oh my goodness, I love him so much. He's my favorite. He's my favorite of maybe the whole Penta series, whatever you call the whole thing, whatever you're going to call this. Of the trilogy, he's my favorite. I'll say that. Am I missing something? I liked it.
Like dislike.
I
Needless to say.
liked it. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. If I didn't like it, I might not have bought a Lego set at all. Keep in mind, guys, like there's only 760 pieces in here, and it's $100, or it was $100 when it was on retail. I don't know. Like, there's a rule of thumb that you divide by 10. 10 cents a piece. If you divide by 10, that's how much it should cost. So roughly $76, $80 if Lego wants to be greedy. But they charge another $20. There are some big molds, which is valid. But sorry, it's a little rant with Lego. I liked it a lot. I mean, it's a beautiful film. I think it's worth the 13-year wait. And Piekin's just my favorite, seriously. So this movie gets like a 9 from me.
You know, you retroactively gave the last one a 9?
No, because I'm not going to allow Zach to give his a 7 so that I can keep
That's
this.
fair. Well, I mean, I locked it
better.
in on the last episode. I'm not allowed to change it. you
Yeah.
know?
It's uncanon. You can say what you want, Zach, but
Yeah.
canon-wise,
Exactly. Yeah. Popcorn to whoever you want, brother.
Popcorn Cassie, because she's...
Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite part was, shocker, similar to the last movie, that first thing we got when they were all swimming in the water. It gave me the same exact feeling of watching Jake train his little sky creature. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I was just smiling and happy. I was like, yes. Least favorite, when they killed the big mama whale.
Yeah.
That actually upset me more than watching Jake's son die. I'm gonna be so honest.
Fair.
It's like kind of horrible and evil, but I was like, oh, like I don't know. It just really bummed me out. I didn't like it. I hate that evil Australian guy, not as much as the general out of principle, but I hate him too. Sorry, I'm speedrunning this, but I really liked it. It was a really good movie. I liked it a lot more than the first one. I would say overall, really, really enjoyable watch. It was beautiful. I loved the characters. Getting to like know and see Jake's family was a really big highlight of this movie for me. Honestly, the only complaints I have are about that stupid general and his stupid dialogue. But yeah, overall, really, really liked it. Really enjoyed it. It gets a 9 for me. Popcorn Skyler.
Okay, so I'll kick it off. So Chandler stole my favorite. My favorite was Piekin. He was my favorite in this movie too. The moment I wrote down specifically was whenever he came back at the very end and like attacked the ship. That specifically was my favorite. I'm glad nobody meant. I guess Austin kind of did. My funniest moment was Spider. I like whenever they first kidnapped him and he was going feral in that room alone, just throwing the chair. I don't know why. That is so funny to me because I was like, can you imagine if like, so I doubt that was in one take. So like, you need to do a little more here, and then like he's just going crazy. So I think that moment is so funny, but my least favorite, I don't like. I thought I wrote something down, and I guess I didn't. So I'm just gonna go with the one that kind of like points out to me the most, and it's just that I hate the general's motivation. I think it's dumb. It makes sense that like he wants to beat him, but that being the entire like driver of this all-out war is kind of insane to me. I think there should have been like a little more, like they should have used the whale mineral somehow, but. I did like the movie. Again, it looked really good. I think it's a step up from the first one, and I gave this one the same as Chan. I gave it a 9 out of 10. Wait, did I lag out?
You lagged and also forgot that Cass gave it a 9 out of 10 too.
Yeah, what the hell?
I thought you said 8.5. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it going, I guess, and I'll go with a 9. And yeah, again, the only thing that really keeps it down for me is the runtime.
Yeah.
That is really bad about this one.
Who you popcorning to, brother?
I'll go to Zach. Sorry, my laptop's on 10%, and I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Oh, jeez, charge it, dude. You should have got a charger during the break. What the hell? What is up
I
with you?
am charging it.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
It's
Okay.
not charging fast.
My favorite scene is, well, I mean, we kind of talked about both of them. It's either the train
Google
scene at the
filming.
beginning of the movie, or it is just like the entirety of the final action set piece because it just looks amazing. Like starting with that like incredible shot of Jake riding the like water flying thingy in all the way just like to the end. It just looks incredible. It's really awesome. And then the train scene, that explosion is like phenomenal. And then it's like it's the peak of the Na'vi dealing with like human military stuff. It's just really cool the way that they did that. My least favorite scene is really weird because it's part one is a continuation of last week because it's done significantly worse. The narration sucks in this movie way more than it does in the first movie because they don't even try to explain it in a way that makes sense. Who is he talking to? Why is he talking? I know why. It's because they need to explain the story to the people who can't keep up with it. It's so stupid. I don't get it. I really don't understand why they decided to have Jake narrate this movie, especially since they genuinely don't even attempt to have an explanation for it. It's stupid. I love Scout. I'm happy that she interrupted that.
He
rant.
agrees with you.
Yeah, she does agree with me. My other least favorite scene was the fact that The Weeknd has a song in the credits of the movie.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wait, what song?
I don't know what song it is. So I know this is whatever. I don't like The Weeknd, like at all. I don't like him as a person. I don't know his music. What? I just think he's a weirdo. I think he's a weirdo. I think the two things I've seen him in, he's just like a giant weirdo.
His TV
He's
show
a
is
nice
questionable.
I don't care. The two movies he's in suck. I mean, the movie and the TV show he's in are
Yeah,
weird
TV
and
show's
suck.
a little questionable.
They're
I don't know. Nice guy.
he needs to keep himself out of movies because the movie and the TV show he decided to make are terrible. Like honestly, god
The
awful.
roles he fills in
Yeah.
just ain't it.
Yeah. He needs to get he either needs to stay out of movies and TV or he needs to get a better agent. That's the conclusion right there. I mean, I guess he made it into Avatar, so I mean that's a pretty high like climb for him. I honestly didn't really. I not climb, Austin. You know what I meant. I don't know.
Sorry, I was like, why am I going to go defend The Weeknd on a movie podcast?
Yeah, I was just saying, like, I don't even know. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Plus, I don't even know. I didn't even mean what I said there. I mean, I meant what I said with.
It was a visual reaction.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to explain something because I mentioned it a couple of times and I meant to explain it earlier, but I didn't. I mentioned fridging in The Brother. So the definition of it is whenever you have a character specifically for the character development of another character, that's what a fridge is. That's in reference to the girlfriend of Kyle Rayner, who's a Green Lantern, who's his girlfriend, existed for the sole purpose of him like becoming depressed. And the reason why it's called a fridge is because she existed in like a volume and then her character was killed and then shoved into a fridge for Kyle to find. And that's the reason why it's called fridge. And The Brother was just very obviously fridge to me. That has nothing to do with my summary or anything like that. I just was explaining that because I mentioned it a couple of times and I felt like it would be weird if I didn't explain that at some point in the podcast. I like the movie. I like the movie a lot, actually. I've been bouncing around numbers because like there's some stuff I genuinely really don't like in this movie, but I found like as I was watching the movie, I always enjoyed it. But anytime I paused the movie, I always went, oh, there's so much of the movie left. This is crazy. But I really liked the movie. Every time I watched it, there was just so much enjoyment, but I really hate the villain. I keep going back and forth. There's so much stuff that like fights within me. So I think I'm going to give this movie an 8.5. I think it's like solidly better than the first movie. Like just enjoyment wise, like I don't know if it narratively is better. It might be like exactly the same, but I really like Jake. I really like his family, like every single person in it. Like Natiri is great. Like even though I've been calling the older brother a fridge, I honestly think like this time around he is more of a personality than what I remembered in the previous like viewings of it. Like because the last time I just kind of shut off my brain a little bit and I was like, oh, this is what he's supposed to be, and I didn't really like pay attention to the fact that he is like a bit of a character, not just specifically for like the guy, the other brother's death or whatever. I just really like this movie, and this movie gets me into the world of Pandora more than what the previous movie does. And after finish this movie, and I think I've thought over a bit. I think this is my third time watching it. I'm really excited for the next one. I hope it lives up to the hype that I've built up in this movie. I hope it's a really great conclusion to this like trilogy, and the other two movies are also pretty good. I give it an 8.5. Did I miss anything, Skylar? I'm going to Austin.
No, you give it the like, so you're good.
8.5. Bro's trying to ruin our average here.
I don't want to give it a 9, dude. That's a really high number. I did
It's
not.
fine. You're pissing off Chandler.
Yeah,
we'll
whatever.
deal with it later.
Whatever.
All right, Austin. Run us through.
Okay. All right. I'll try to go pretty quick here, but I like to yap. And
My
so
battery
we'll-
percentage thing is good. I solved the problem. Don't got to worry about it.
Proud of you.
Beautiful. Engineer Sky. All right. Favorite, least favorite, funniest. My favorite and least favorite were all already taken, so I'll go into those. Favorite is going to be the acting of Zoe Saldana, like when her son died. It was I was tearing up. It was very sad.
It's amazing.
And like especially the moment between her and Jake right after, when he's like strong heart, like you have to be like strong in this moment, because she is a warrior, but she's a mom who just lost her firstborn.
Yeah.
And I just imagining losing the person you created, someone you love so much, and then immediately having to go into battle. I thought her acting was phenomenal. It really made me feel and be invested in. It was my favorite in the movie by far. Least favorite, also by far, I'm stealing it from Cassie. The whale scene, I thought the entirety of the hunting of it, like while I was watching it, I hated it, and I hated how long it was and how detailed it was and how much fun the whale hunters were like having during it. And it just, especially once you see through the duration of the movie, the hunters didn't really matter. Like, why include a 10 to 15 minute montage of them going on a murder spree of the one animal on Pandora that doesn't kill anything or have any beef with anyone
And is intelligent other than the Na'vi.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. It was for the purpose of you hating those people, and they made it just so comically extreme. They're just like, yeah, they're so nice and intelligent. And you know what? That one helped me like my grandma crossed the road last week, and I'm going to go murder it, inflate it to the top, make it deaf with the sonar stuff. I don't know. It was awful. No, I don't think it was necessary.
I think the reason why they made it as extreme as it was to show how durable and like tough the whales were, and like how strong they were. Like, I know I'm not defending it. It's a messed up scene, but I think they did it to show like the reason why he was able to like take bullets in the final scene while being okay, and like destroy the ship and do all that stuff. You know, I think there was
I feel like
some
saying that they're pretty durable and they're hard to kill would have been enough.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That's true. Never mind.
That's my thing, is a lot of these really long scenes in the movies, like especially the whale one, could have been resolved with a line of dialogue, and I think it would have been a little bit paced significantly better throughout the movie. So that was Lee's favorite. Funniest, I think this movie was a lot funnier than the last one, but I still don't think there's any like super high highs for me. So I think the moment when the younger brother was like, these like hands with the extra finger, you can like ball them up, and they just socked him in the face. I thought that was funny.
I was thinking about saying that.
I thought you were talking about the one at the beginning when he's like, show me your hands.
Yeah.
I did actually. I did check with that.
I like those. But I guess that brings me to my summary. This movie was pretty much the same thing as the first one in a lot of ways. I liked it. It's just that I made it seem like I'm going to contradict that, but it's better because of the characters. We don't just have the audience insert of Jake Sully and being his dumb self without much other character aspects. He's become a fully fleshed out father, and although we've criticized him, like that's the point, is you can have discussion on his character. All of his family members, I'd say except for like Took, have their own character traits. Took's really just like being there, being cute, being a little kid.
I mean, we also didn't even talk about the fact that like Grace's daughter is essentially Jesus, you know?
Yeah, Jesus, and I like that aspect of it, and I hope it's explored more in the third movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I think I had a weird time with this movie because I'm going to be honest, I didn't enjoy watching it, and I think that's more of a statement towards myself and like the time in watching it, especially like having to cram it in for the podcast and needing to watch as long of a movie as it was. That being said, it's very, very good. I can objectively recognize that. But between my scores, since I usually do like entertainment and like try to balance it with whether or not it's a good movie, it was weird for me. But it was so much. It was a definite improvement on the first. And I gave it an 8 last week, so I'm giving this an 8.5. It was very good narratively, even though I will say I don't think this movie was necessary as far as the whole war with the humans. I think you could have just taken it out and just had Jake not, leave his entire tribe and leave him to fight, which I thought was a weird addition. But I with all that negativity, it's a really good movie. I really like the character aspects of it. And I am excited for the third one. So yeah, 8.5.
We switched, bro. Like, because I was like, oh, I don't like this movie, but it's objectively good for the last one, and now I like this one. And
I'm in the same boat. I'm like, it's kind of the same for me. But this is better.
I do like this one though. Like, I genuinely, the reason why I watched it 3 times wasn't because people were like, no, dude, you got to get it. Like, I actually like, oh my god, sucked it out. I went and tried to find it the second time I watched it because I really wanted to watch it because I enjoyed the war aspect of it. I thought it was really fun. That was cool.
I never wish I've had more sound bites on Discord.
Bruh.
No.
Bruh. Get out of here. Come on. All right.
So with that, our Mediak average is an 8.8. Do we want to round to a 9 or an 8.5?
8.5.
8.5?
Even though it doesn't make sense, whatever.
It's significantly closer to
9. We'll do 9.
Yeah.
We'll do 9. Yeah. Okay. We're in the news segment now. We're gonna speed through this so we can get into the other stuff. I don't think there's anything like super discussion worthy in this. There might be one thing.
What? But it's kind of with what we watching too. JJK's release.
Oh yeah, but that's not like news. That's just like we talked about that several times whenever we announced like it was coming out. We could just talk about it while watching. James Gunn had like a longer quote on like what is happening with Netflix and Warner Brothers, but I'm just going to read the first part of it because it essentially like summarizes the entire thing. He said, "Everything's unknown. I think it's all really exciting. Frankly, I hope and pray for the best." I promise that wasn't me not speaking incorrectly, but that's just what he said. So, I mean, he like in it, he actually did seem like the way he talked was relatively optimistic, but like it's so early on in this sort of thing that it's impossible to tell. We do have some information in regards to the Netflix purchase, but that's actually in the news, and I plan on talking about that at the end. So stay tuned for a second. Next bit of news is that we got the first poster for Blumhouse's next Spawn movie called The King of Hell. The poster looks really cool. I don't know if that movie is going to be good. I hope it'll be good. I mean, obviously, I hope every movie's good. And then we got some leaked information regarding Sebastian Stan's possible role in the Batman 2, where he might be playing a version of Harvey Dent, which would be quite interesting. Any opinions on that real quick? That might be one that we can talk about for a second. I think that's a great cast actually, because I think whenever he's given the chance, he can be a really great actor. I don't know if he has ever done that much in the MCU, but I think he could be a pretty good Two-Face, like if he has the ability to. And it's a pretty realistic world. Anyone on that? Anyone interested in Sebastian Stan as Two-Face?
I saw the Photoshop and it was funny. I didn't know he was actually in the movie. I thought he was just being silly, goofy.
No.
Sebastian.
Well, if we don't know for sure, it's just like someone leaked that he's in talks to be Harvey Dent, not necessarily Two-Face, but like before Two-Face, Harvey Dent, something like that. Apparently, OpenAI is attempting to buy Pinterest right now. That's pretty interesting. I hope that doesn't happen. That would suck.
That seems a very weird
The
one.
amount Because I'm a Pinterest frequenter, the amount of like AI slop that you already get on that app, it's so upsetting. If that goes through, that's such a bummer.
I'm really happy you used that word because the next piece of news was the Microsoft CEO going out and having an interview regarding the word slop and how he thinks that people should stop using that word in regards to AI. Because he said,
Sending AI.
no, he said it. He said we have to use them as expansion tools instead of slop. And I'm like, no, I think we should just have.
Not slop.
Yeah, if it wasn't
90%
slop, I
of the
wouldn't
things
call
that
it
come out of
slop.
AI is slop.
Yeah.
Slop's word of the year for a reason.
Yeah, dudes. I mean, like, if the slop isn't slop, I wouldn't call it slop. You know.
If it looks like slop, it walks like slop. It's probably slop.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if this falls in that category or not, but South Park is now in Fortnite. That's the next bit of news that I had.
Not slop.
I should have
Definitely not slop.
True. I did a really bad job keeping track of these. I should have talked about this earlier, but oh shit. Barry Keoghan is 100% coming back as the Joker in Batman Part 2. That's just confirmed. That's not a leak. He's not going to be the main villain though. I think that's like confirmed. So I don't know what his role in that will be. That'll be pretty interesting. Kathleen Kennedy is officially stepping down as the leader of. Yeah, Chandler is excited about that. Yeah, Chandler, guess who's taking the spot? You know it. Come on, I know you know it.
James Gunn.
One of the guys that did Mandalorian.
Yes, it is one of the guys that did Mandalorian. Come on, you got it.
I used to have their name.
You got
but
it.
I've not.
Austin, do you got it?
John Favreau.
No, close. Come on.
Oh, it's not him.
No, it's not him. Come on.
Oh no, wait.
Come on, he did Clone Wars. Come on.
Is that Happy? I'm mistaken.
What? Really?
Yeah, it's Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni is now the
God.
chief creative director
Oh my God,
of Star
that's so
Wars, which
great.
is pretty awesome.
10 years too late, but you know what? Whatever.
It is 10 years too late, but finally he is in charge of that system, which is awesome. We love to see that. We are getting a new Shaun the Sheep movie called Shaun the Sheep, The Beast of Mossy Bottom, Halloween of 2026. That's pretty excited. Those movies are always fun. More Star Wars news. This might not be credited in the movie, but apparently Sean Levy said that Tom Cruise directed a scene in the new Star Wars movie, Star Wars Starfighters, and it's specifically a lightsaber duel in water. So that's interesting. That movie releases May 28th of 2027. I don't know. I'm not really excited for anything Star Wars related nowadays. I don't know about you guys. I mean, I might be now because of Dave Filoni, but Starfighter was created underneath of Kathleen Kennedy. So like, I don't know. Whatever.
I mean, Andor's good.
Andor's fantastic. Yeah. So like, that's what we have to say about that. We got a release date of Godzilla Minus Zero. It is November 6th of 2026, which is very exciting. I cannot wait for that movie. And then this is what I was referring to. We do get some movement in relation to Netflix's purchase of WB. They allowed, because it's not gone through yet. It'll have to go through like different channels through courts and stuff like that to make sure that they did this with the Microsoft acquisition of Blizzard. Is that who they bought? Yeah, because like they have to make sure that they have to go through different rules and regulations to make sure
It's
that
not a monopoly.
Yeah, exactly. To make sure that it's not a monopoly.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, can we pay off enough people to say it's not a monopoly?
However, Warner Brothers allowed Netflix to start working on a specific property, and it's going to be very exciting to one person in this call, specifically Skylar. So Netflix is starting a live-action Scooby-Doo TV series. They're starting the production on that in April, so that's pretty exciting. Maybe, possibly.
Maybe. I need to see the cast.
The fact that it's live action is pretty crazy. The goal is
usually pretty good.
The goal is that it's going to be 8 episodes long, and that the current script shows that it's going to be somewhat of an origin story with this part. Okay, this part's bad. It's going to be following a new kid in town. So that's an interesting description that I don't like that I didn't read the first time I took note of this. That's a little rough. However, I don't know. I'm happy they're starting to do something with these properties, except I wish they do something good. So I guess we'll see how this looks. We'll have
I
to
would
see
actually argue the last time they did something with this property that like I'm familiar with was Velma, and it was one of the worst things to ever come out, and I think it actively hurt the series.
It definitely did. It made Warner Brothers no longer want to make anything Scooby-Doo related, and I guarantee that the lack of success of Velma is the reason why Warner Brothers is allowing Netflix to use this property before they own them. So, yeah. Interesting. I think Skylar's right. We'll need to see this cast in a trailer.
I'm gonna just hope for the best. It said its origin, so it could be anything. New Kid in Town really worries me, but
What if
maybe
it's Scooby?
It could be maybe the new kid in town is Shaggy. You know, what if the new kid in town is Shaggy?
Did not do that.
Yeah.
So,
the description's weird though. It says somewhat origin story. So like, that's a weird description. And like it doesn't in the way that it says new kid in town, I don't think it's one of the crew. It says featuring a quote unquote new kid in town.
I didn't think it was gonna be one of the crew.
Okay.
I'm thinking that it's going to be like we have the gang to make a friend, and then he ends up being like a villain.
That's totally it. Yeah.
That's the vibe that this gives me, which is probably my best case. Worst case is they put him in the gang instead of somebody else. And that would be the worst ever.
Yeah, that would suck, dude. Okay, that's all my news if we want to jump into the next segment. Skylar, did you have anything?
Yeah. No. I'll just save 10.
I think Black Clover
no, the new season.
Confirmed to be releasing late this year, I think.
Yeah. That is true. Exciting stuff.
Chandler, since you were the one I'm looking at right now, what have you been watching?
Honestly, maybe not that much. I found this isekai that I've been kind of watching a little bit of, but to be honest with you, like it's not super flashy. It's kind of smart in a way, but there's so much fan service, and it really is kind of bumming
that always
my mood whenever I watch it. Which is kind of tragic. But that's just how it is with a lot of isekais, which just sucks. I love the theme and the concept. It sounds so fun, and I wish there was more stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's whatever. But yeah, so watching that. Been playing. I played maybe 4 hours of Sea of Thieves today. That's why my eyes hurt so much. It's kind of hard to staying awake right now. I can guarantee you we didn't do anything because we kept getting raided. But man, was it fun. And it was everything I imagined it to be. First off, for those that didn't know, like it was an exclusive for Xbox. So like as a PlayStation junkie and before I had a PC, I could never play it, but I always wanted to, and it looked so cool. But it was everything I imagined it to be. We fought a megalodon. We fought a fire-breathing megalodon. Got our asses handed to us, but it was still so cool.
Do you feel like you're in One Piece?
Sorry?
Do you feel like you're in One Piece?
I felt like I was more like in Pirates of the Caribbean, to be honest with you.
That makes sense.
And there is like a collab. Like you can actually do Pirates of the Caribbean, like a couple missions that are themed like that.
That's pretty cool.
So, yeah.
I just had to ask.
That's to explore that. I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with One Piece right now, so...
No, there's only love. There's only love.
It's a very distant relationship right now. Let's just put it like that.
Once you catch up, it's
you'll get back together. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Everyone always comes around. That's how it works.
What else? There's this new game that was new for PlayStation Plus subscribers. I know Cassie downloaded it, or at least added it to her library. Core Keepers, I think is what it's called.
Oh, I got that one too. Yeah.
It's kind of fun. I like it a little bit. It's difficult though. It's very challenging. And there's a hardcore mode, which I'm scared to even consider what that's like. I'm sure it's like if you die, you just die. It's like in Minecraft. It's pretty hard. It's pretty fun. It's maybe some Rocket League. I played a little bit of the new Fortnite season with South Park. Yeah. So that was kind of neat. I'm so surprised that they ever did that collab.
Yeah, that's
they're doing a lot of different things, but I think it's just because their fan base is dying. Their player base, is dying, and they're trying to appeal to those that used to play, which are now aged out. But what's something they would have? South Park's probably their humor. I don't know what their mentality is with that, but played some more of my Horizon Forbidden West game too on PC. I've platinumed it on PlayStation, but I wanted to play on PC just because it's so fun and it deserves a replay. Again, gotta love short-term memory loss there.
Short-term memory loss.
If you know,
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah, you guys.
Oh, that was funny.
Finding Nemo, Dory.
Oh, okay. I didn't actually get that. My bad.
I have short-term memory loss.
I'll say that's probably about. I think there's a couple other things I've probably been watching, but blanking. It's too late for this. but yeah, that's about it.
So next week I hope to see One Piece as part of this section.
That'll be.
But
we'll see.
It's okay. We'll move on.
One Piece.
Austin. Yeah. What have you been watching?
Oh, thank you so much for asking. Sadly, I don't have a lot for the response part this week. For the smaller things for games, I played a bit of Donkey Kong Bonanza, trying to get through that story. I played a game at Deadlock last night, some Marvel Rivals, but not a whole lot. Most of my time, as far as consuming media, has gone to Be Hero X, actually, and I lapped Zach.
Yeah, I haven't watched a single episode since
now.
Last week.
It's good. It's very, very, very good. The more I get into it, the more I'm like, are we going to keep swapping characters? Like, it just keeps going. I'm like, I'm having a hard time keeping up with things a little bit. But it's very, very good. I think it's a skill issue on my part.
Well, I think it's because you shotgun the entire series in a week, dude. That definitely doesn't help.
Hold on. Because every time I go into an episode, half the time I'm like, okay, what character is this? What plot line? I'm like, oh yeah, I remember what happened, and that was like 5 episodes ago, so that was like 3 storylines ago. So I don't.
Yeah.
But it's very good. But yeah, that's about it for me. It's been a lot of To Be Hero X.
Let's go, dude. Happy you've been grinding that. Not been doing a whole lot.
It is very high up on my list, so I'll see if I have to have the same skill issue, because I fear the same thing might happen where I grind the entire show in like 2 days. We'll go to Cassie.
Saving the best for last, I see.
I remembered something. Should I say it now or wait?
You can say it now.
You
got the room.
Okay, sorry. Sentenced to Be a Hero. Have you guys heard anything about that?
I've heard it. I haven't watched it.
Yeah,
that's on my list too.
Hour-long first episode I've heard is phenomenal.
It is
I think we talked about it.
It's so good. I talked to Sky about it at volleyball. Oh, you guys got to watch it. It's so good.
I'll get to it eventually.
Potentially, maybe drop To Be Hero X just to watch this.
It's only 1 episode.
And then pick it. Yeah, it's just one. So it's like, you got it. You just got it.
I'm not. Sorry, I'm waiting till the season's out. It's not worth it, dude.
So
Ninja Kamui.
good.
Ninja Kamui.
Okay. Well, you can't say that because you didn't watch that show. And I
did. I watched the first 5 episodes and I dropped it.
I watched the whole damn thing.
Why?
Right?
Why did you do that? Why did you commit that hard? There's no reason to. There was with the reviews, there's actually no reason to commit finishing that show.
I watched the whole thing and that was utter dog shit.
Yes, but it started off really good, right?
It was so cool. The first 3 were really good.
Yes, the first 3 episodes were really good.
That was just horrible.
Okay, not only did it turn into a mech, but it also just was bad. It was like poorly written and also poorly animated. It was just terrible.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, sorry, Cassie.
No,
Yes,
it's okay.
Cassie, what have you been watching?
Funny you ask. No, since last week I started Pluribus. Chandler, I know you were watching that. It's so good. And then I also started Breaking Bad because I've never seen that before.
That's a fire
And I
show.
felt like a fake fan because I dressed up as Walter for Halloween last year.
Wow.
I was like, I should probably watch the show.
Yeah, that's crazy. You didn't. What if he was a horrible person?
I don't know. My friend dressed up as Jesse, and I was like, okay, I'll put on a bald cap, sure. So I did that, but that's really good. It's nice to watch good TV after Stranger Things, and it's nice, oh my god. But honestly, I haven't been watching like too many shows. My preferred form of media has been YouTube commentary videos about how shitty the last season of Stranger Things was. I've been watching a lot of that. I've been reading too. I've been reading A Court of Silver Flames, which is the most recent book in A Court of Thorns and Roses. That whole series is really good, but oh my god, this last book is like this thick, and I'm just trying to get through it so I can read another series that I want to start. But locked
This
in
is a
with that.
very obscure question. Is the second book in that series green and the third one purple?
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing Lily has
Well,
them
yes.
then.
I have seen these books.
Yes,
Yes.
I
They're
figured.
really
I
good.
figured so. Yeah.
Do they
Yes.
happen to look like this?
I would
Oh,
say
I've seen
identical.
those.
Yeah, I've seen those at Barnes and Noble many
Yeah,
times.
I really like these books. That's why they're annotated. Good series. But yeah, that's about it for me. Really just been in a Stranger Things hangover this week. I can't even lie. But I don't know. Maybe next week I'll have something more to say. See if that documentary is anything cool, or if it's just mid as hell and a normal documentary. Wow. That's all I got.
All right.
Oh, wait, one more thing.
Fine.
I've also been playing a lot of Rivals. I've been grinding comp. I'm trying to hit Celestial. I've been at GM1 for so long. It's like bouncing back and forth between all the Grandmaster ranks. But I'm like 80 points away. I have 4 or 5 days, so I can do it. I just need to lock in. Okay, now that's actually it.
Zach, you know I had to save the best for last. So what have you been watching? I've said that in air quotes. I just like to do random order, and it just happened to be Zach.
I'm gonna keep it going and say that I don't really have a whole lot. I'm gonna be honest. This week was a lot for me. I mean, you guys know this was a freaking crazy week. Everything that went down was wild. But I haven't, because of that, I haven't really like done a whole lot. So I basically like have a whole lot of Rivals played. Me and G are 4 episodes in on the final season of My Hero, so we only have 7 episodes of the entire series left, which is crazy. I feel like we definitely cooked through that like really fast. I didn't watch a single episode of To Be Hero X, and then today and last night I played COD Zombies a little bit, and that's literally it. That's all I did in the last week. That's all I played. So that's the end of my segment. Oh, dude, that was so boring. We did such a lame what we watching segment. Skylar better round us out in such a great way. Is everyone ready? 3, 2, 1. Sky,
God,
what have you been watching?
You've been watching.
That was the best one we've ever done. Really proud of us.
Hey, I'm glad.
Go ahead, Sky.
So mine isn't crazy, but I'll run through. So I'm surprised nobody else has said this. I watched the 2 new episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen.
I've already watched them, so in theaters.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I watched the 2 new episodes. They said it was like an hour long, and it was split up into 23, which is still an hour long TV slot
With commercials,
but yeah. But I'm not gonna say much. It's Jujutsu Kaisen. It is what you think it is. But then I have been playing Rivals mainly with Zach, because I needed to see him get Black Widow lorded. So that was a must. And then just kind of every now and then. And I have been playing this Minecraft world because it was my first official week of work, and I just finished it out. So my time is like more limited, and a lot of mine is like training videos right now. So I'm like, I don't want to watch something like it's too much. So I'll go and I'll play Minecraft because it's like a little easier. I can go at like my own pace, so it's so much better. And everybody except for Austin will not know this, but it is the world in which I had the luckiest beginning ever. I'm still going on that one. So I'm having a blast on that. I still have watched a couple things. I've watched some of the like football games, the playoff games. We recorded this on Saturday. I watched the Rams Panthers. So I was able to watch that. I was able to watch like 5 episodes of The Simpsons, which was really nice. That was a good brain rot. That one hit.
That shit is always fun.
Kane is getting dangerously close to where I am in Black Clover, so now I feel the urge to remain ahead. I feel like I can just never. I have to be ahead. I have to know what is going on, you know. I'm not sure if you two are like that or not, where you have to be ahead of the other one for certain things. But
I think if you start something, it's nice to like be in that same role as far as the
yes,
like relationship.
it's nice to be able to
watching.
know what he's talking about whenever he's talking about it.
Mhm.
So I need to stay ahead so he doesn't spoil me, and I know I cannot spoil him. So
Or you know
I'm
that
there.
you can if you want to.
Yeah, but I won't. I think this is
Yeah,
going to end up as like one of his 3 favorite shows.
I know. I just was messing.
I have watched the Minecraft movie since Zach gifted me the Steel book.
Nice.
It is awesome.
As you should.
I'll actually grab these right here.
I want you to know, I in the script for the video upcoming, I wrote about
Awesome.
you in that.
Yes, it is fantastic.
Yes.
The entire way through. I'll take this out as the creeper. Please don't use my codes if you saw it.
Or just use them now before it gets
Jarvis
this gets
Zoomer.
uploaded.
I already redeemed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I already redeemed it.
Good.
That was the first thing I did. But yeah, so I've been doing a lot of that. I'm still CPA, so still a lot of videos there. So I think that's primarily what I've been doing. I expect my week next week to either be a lot more or a lot less. It depends on training because I have to travel to Cleveland for it. So that will really depend what I'm doing.
That'll suck. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll be fun.
I don't know. Like I really don't know. It could go really bad and it could go good. So hopefully it'll be good. Can't be too bad. But yeah, I think that's. I really feel like I'm forgetting something. I watch SpongeBob like all the time with Lily. Whenever we're just like rotting on the couch together, it has to be SpongeBob. So, I think that's all. I feel like I'm forgetting something huge, but I can't remember it. So clearly not.
Yeah, must not be important then.
True. Until I find out next week.
Yeah.
I watched 2 Scooby-Doo movies. Oh, that hurt.
He just remembered them. They were pretty important. They were pretty important.
Scooby-Doo, and then I watched 2 episodes of the Scooby-Doo show, which I really like. So
Nice.
that hurt. Those are the big things that I was reading about. Aloha Scooby-Doo's CG is really bad. Looking back on it now, but now that I'm not a kid, there's one moment at the very end where it was really bad. But it's Scooby-Doo, so it's perfect.
Can't hate it. Yeah.
So thank you for sticking around. This was not a longer episode, but a much longer movie. So we appreciate if you did watch it with us to hear our review and kind of join us with it. We're still shooting for 1,000 subs by the end of this year. So anything you do is greatly appreciated, whether it's a like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you. And next week, we will be doing the 3rd Avatar. And that will be a lot of our first watches. I know it's not Chandler's first watch. But yeah, come back and see our opinions on that. And we'll see you next time. Zach, take us away.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for all of your support last week. I'm hoping it keeps going through this week. I really enjoyed this movie and I'm really looking forward to next week. So feel free to comment down below how much of idiots we are and how little we know about the Avatar lore. I'm very excited to see what your guys' opinions are. So we'll see you guys next week with Avatar 3. I cannot wait. See you.
Bye, have a great time.